Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. Right now, the market is still in a tough spot after the fall of FTX and all the collateral damage that it did bring with it. A lot of big players are facing large liquidity issues, and there are more potential black swans on the horizon. So in this video, we'll be hopping into the charts and going over the most important price levels that you must be ready for, and I'll also be sharing with you more possible situations that could play out here in crypto to cause that next big leg down. So if that does interest you, be sure to stick with me until the very end. And if you are brand new to Crypto Empire and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button down below and turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it and let the gains be with you. Before we get into this video, I want to inform you that the Crypto Empire Black Friday sale is now officially live on my website, cryptoempireco.io. This discount brings massive savings on either the Crypto Empire Discord group membership, the Elite Trading course, or you can get both up to 70% off. There are 3 options for the sale. Go to my website, check it out for yourself. I can't wait to see you inside. So taking a look at the crypto market, at this moment in time, the overall market cap is sitting at $870 billion. Bitcoin is trading for $16,538, and we have Ethereum trading for just over $1,200 US. Now, taking a look at the price chart, not a lot has been happening over the holiday times we're having here in the United States. We had Thanksgiving yesterday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you all had an amazing day. Now, looking at this chart, it's pretty clear what's going on here. Price is trading in a tight consolidated range. The range high is going to be up here at $18,000, outlined with this teal line up here. And our range low is obviously going to be the lows of the bear market down here at around 15,400. Now, within this range is a smaller range between $15,800 and $17,000. Price really has spent the bulk of its time in between these two small, narrow price levels, and we are now anticipating the next move out of this range, minus one small deviation that we had below 15.8K when we went ahead and swept the lows before quickly reclaiming the range. Right back up into the middle of the range here is the Bitcoin price. Right now, $16,600 is the main resistance level holding up the current price. And just over that, of course, is the 17K level that I do expect to get tested here. Now, even if we do break out and we get back up to the range high demand zone, up to as high as $18,000, that does not mean that we are out of the woods, because there are a lot of potential events that can unfold here. This is not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes only. And this is my opinion on the market here that I think could actually happen. So one thing that we really need to be aware of is the Bitcoin miner capitulation that could play out here very soon. For anybody that doesn't know what the Bitcoin miner capitulation is, it is basically when the cost to mine Bitcoin becomes much too expensive for the miners, so they're forced to sell all of the coins that they have been mining. This is a major risk to the price of Bitcoin, because for a brief moment in time, it will crash the price when the miners are forced to capitulate and sell their coins to cover the cost of their operations. We can take a look at Check On Chain. This is a great resource for anybody who wants to check on-chain analysis, on-chain data. It has some very good charts for us to look at. One of them is, of course, the Bitcoin hash rate. And now the Bitcoin hash rate is at all-time high levels right now. But one thing to note is, if we could draw on this chart, we could draw an upsloping trend line here, and we can see that the hash rate is now testing support basically on this chart. And if Bitcoin miners are to capitulate, we would see something like what happened over here in July of 2021 when the market crashed and the hash rate difficulty dropped substantially, because this is when the price crashed. A lot of miners were forced to sell because they needed to cover their operational costs. So let's not forget what happened over here in the summer of 2021 when we saw a huge drop in the Bitcoin price, right? It's reflected right here in the chart with this collapse. Over here when the price went from $65,000 all the way back down to just under 30K, a 54% drop. We saw the Bitcoin miners capitulate then. They were forced to sell. It lowered the hash rate. And it looks like another event like this is setting up. Now, another on-chain metric we can use is the Bitcoin miner flows. This shows us if miners are either holding their Bitcoin or spending their Bitcoin, aka selling. If we take a look at this Bitcoin miner flow chart, we can see here that it is printing some pretty heavy red lines down. This means that miners are selling at an accelerated rate. And if we just look to the left of this most recent spike down onto where this was when the last time it was this low, we're talking about around February, January of 2021 was the last time that miners were selling or spending this much Bitcoin. All right, so the alarm bells are definitely ringing here. We definitely have to stay on the side of caution and not get too bullish on price just yet. In terms of the actual price, we are definitely close to a bottom, but we can for sure have one more push down lower. If the miners were to capitulate, I would not be surprised to see the Bitcoin price go ahead, break the lows, and head down here towards the $12,000 price levels. It is very possible. So that is something that you definitely must be aware of here. Now, another thing is the FTX collapse. There's still a lot of collateral damage that is unfolding from that event. We can see here the mainstream media is still writing these articles, really kind of making Sam Bankman-Fried look like he was really trying to save the world and do good, when the clear consensus is that it was fraud and money laundering, etc., etc., etc. Even Elon Musk, right, the guy who bought Twitter, richest guy in the world, saying the Wall Street Journal is giving foot massages to a criminal. All right, so we are still yet to see all the collateral damage that will unfold from FTX imploding. Grayscale still facing liquidity issues. Digital Currency Group, Genesis, still in hot water here. So there are a lot of potential things on the horizon that we must be aware of and be weary of going forward here as we close out the year of 2022. The price is relatively quiet. We're chopping around in a small, narrow range, and we do have the potential to drop lower, which is what I'm personally looking out for. Also, we can take a look at the stock market, and the stock market has been rallying, and I do think that the stock market is due for a crash. I would not be ultra bullish on stocks at this current moment in time. You can see we're kind of in this descending, broadening wedge pattern, and what we can do is we can also go back to 2008. 2007, I want you to take a look at this descending trend line, the main support on the SPX, the S&P 500 chart. Notice how price keeps on bouncing from this support trend line on the bottom. We can head back on over to 2007, just before the major market collapse. And we had a very similar type of market structure in 2007, early 2008, leading up to that mega stock market crash. Notice it's very similar how we have this lower support trend line, price bouncing off of it consistently, and then what happened was the bottom fell through and stocks did actually collapse. So we have a very similar fractal playing out on the charts at the current moment in time, and if stocks were to collapse, it would definitely impact the price of cryptocurrencies. So another thing on the horizon that we need to be ready for, and one way to note when the stock market is going to crash is looking at the VIX, the volatility index. When the VIX spikes, that's when we know stocks are in very hot water. The last time the VIX did spike was in March of 2020, and we all remember what happened then. The biggest sales of our lives on both stocks and crypto. Looking at the VIX, it has not spiked up to around the 4850 level since March of 2020. So let's keep an eye on the VIX and see if we do get that spike up, signaling a stock market crash, which would also bring down the price of Bitcoin. Now, long term, I'm very bullish on crypto, but here in the immediate short term, we have to stay cautious and be ready for this next potential leg down. All right, so that's the main thing to note right now. Be ready for another big leg down. ETH is holding up a little bit stronger than BTC. It has not tested these lows from June of 2022 on the initial market crash when Luna collapsed just yet. However, I do believe with the Bitcoin miner capitulation possibility, with all the collateral damage from FTX going down, with a potential stock market crash, we could see ETH below $1,000 once again. I would not be surprised to see Ethereum down here towards the $700 price level. All right, so this video is not meant to be all doom and gloom. It's simply meant to inform you on the possibilities that we need to be ready for here over the holiday season with the cryptocurrency market. There's going to be amazing buying opportunities, but that will come with a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So if we're ready for the events ahead of time, we'll be able to take action when everybody thinks that the sky is falling. That is the period of maximum opportunity. So yes, right now, Ethereum at 1,200, Bitcoin at $16,500. Long-term speaking, these are most likely going to be amazing buying levels. But if we want to try and snipe that ultimate Pico bottom, if we want to get even lower prices, I do think we will get them here over the next few weeks to a month before the end of 2022. So keep an eye on that. All right, so it's time to wrap up this video. One last time, the Crypto Empire Black Friday special is now live. Head on over to my website, cryptoempire.co.io. Be sure to watch this video for a full explanation on all of the offers. But you're getting up to 70% off on the Discord, as well as 60% off on the trading course if you do just want that. Amazing deals, a limited time only. These will be expiring on Tuesday, November 29th, as soon as the clock does strike midnight and Cyber Monday is over. So in this video, we took a look at on-chain metrics as well as the price chart to go over the possibility of the next sell-off in crypto. Yes, right now we have very low prices compared to what we've seen over the past few years, but with all of the turmoil and fear and collapse happening in crypto, there is the potential for even lower prices here before the end of the year. So be sure to stay ready for it. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you let me know by smashing that like button down below. And if you are brand new to Crypto Empire and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button down below and turn on all notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.